Hi everyone, Because Race Car, what's going on? Today I'm going to talk to you about the aftermath of a 2-day track day event that I went to with my 2015 Cayman S. Now, if you are someone who really cares about your car, this video might not be for you. But if you are someone who likes to take your car on these track day events or plans on taking your car on a track day event, these are some of the things you should expect when you bring the car home. Starting with the wheels and the tires. The tires do take the most abuse, and if you do a lot of hard cornering, you will wear out the outer edge, which means if this is your daily driven tire, it might not look the part and the performance might be affected as well. Hot tire chunks will inevitably hit the front of your vehicle and will leave marks such as these. Now, these are not very evident on a black car, but on a bright colored car, they will be quite evident. Luckily, I do have a trick to remove them, which I'm going to show you a bit later. The tire chunks will also get inside of your wheel well. This may cause a bit of an imbalance while you drive the car, so it's important to check the car during the race to see if this is something that you should be removing. If not, this is quite easy to remove post-race. Now you know this is Tommy L Garage, right? Check this out, my custom-made mud flaps for the 981. So for the Porsche Cayman S, these protected the side of my car. Usually on a Porsche, you see this section gets really sandblasted, especially with tire chunks. In my case, this stayed fairly clean. As you can tell, there's only 1 or 2 chunks here where normally this will be completely sprayed. So if you are someone who cares about the car, I highly recommend these. You should expect the exhaust tips of your car to turn a funky color. I once had a set of black exhaust tips on my M3, which turned sort of rainbowy at the end of a track day. So if you are someone who cares about the exhaust tips, perhaps it's a good idea to swap them out before a track day event. Nothing really to expect on the inside, except the steering wheel can get a bit greasy, especially if you're not wearing gloves and your hands are really sweaty. So it's a good idea to clean it afterwards. I use this product. Now, it's an upholstery cleaner, so it might be a bit controversial, but check this out. This works amazing with Alcantara, but it also works fantastic with leather. All you have to do is spray it on your microfiber. Let it soak in. Check this out. Then you sort of rub it a few times. Check this out. You see, it's going to clean the steering wheel and it's going to leave it with a nice matte finish. I'm going to link this product down in the description for you. Check this out. And once it completely dries, in a couple of hours, it's a good idea to apply a conditioner. I'm going to link the conditioner that I use also in the description. At the track, you will be required to put a number somewhere on the side of your vehicle, one on either side. You might be tempted to get one of those fancy ones and put them on the side of the car. Be careful, because for 2 reasons. 1, they tend to fly out, and 2, they tend to scratch the body of the car. So it's a better idea to put something on the glass of the vehicle. A lot of people use painter's tape. Now, if you want to look nicer in photos, you can use one of those printed vinyl ones, and check this out. They simply just peel off when you're done with them. We're now going to swap my wheels from my daily driven wheels, which will give us an opportunity to inspect the tires, the brakes, and also anything that might have happened inside the wheel well. Oh yeah! As you can see, a lot of wear and tear on this tire. The tire is almost shot, to be honest with you. We are at the wear lines here, and we are very much worn on the outside. I would not drive this tire in the rain. We might be able to squeeze another track day with these, but for the most part, they're done. And obviously we have to give this wheel a proper scrub, but look at all these tire chunks. They sit there and they can cause imbalance, but luckily all you have to do is just peel them off and they come right off. Inside, of course, it's a very good idea to check your brake rotor and your brake pads. In our case, I'm running my brake pads. I'm not going to swap them out because I have another event coming up in a few weeks, so I will save myself some time. I will also inspect my brake rotor to see if there are any signs of cracks. Usually when you have drilled rotors, if you see cracks that are popping out around the holes, especially cracks that are connecting, it is time to replace these rotors. Now, call me crazy, but I like to use a sharp tool to clean these holes after a track day. It makes me feel better about knowing that the rotors will stay cool, and to be honest with you, they will look a lot better. And before you put the wheels back on, inspect the wheel well to see if there's any signs of damage, leaks, or anything like that. In my case, everything is looking perfect. Oh yeah, you should also wash the wheels before putting them away. Now, I wonder how many people will tell me that I'm doing it wrong. I'm going to narrate the rest because my mic died. So here I showed you that you can use the upholstery cleaner to clean your calipers. Again, this product is amazing and it's got many uses. Afterwards, I applied some NTCs and I put my spacers back on. I put the wheels back on. And in the back, I took the wheel off to show you that it was in a much better condition compared to the front. And then I highlighted some of the tire chunks hidden in the wheel well. Again, nothing to be concerned about, and they came off quite easily. And then I showed you the wheel well. Again, no leaks or of any kind. And then I dropped the car in a nice dramatic fashion. I walked away, but then I remembered that I had to torque the wheels. So I did that. I did that on each side. Then I used my awesome product used for ceramic coated cars to wash it. And I also showed you that I washed my car using a microfiber towel. Yes, not a very popular thing to do. And then we're sort of spending our time washing the car in a fast forward motion. I think it looks pretty cool. Yeah, it looks great. I'll wash it from the top bottom, not from the bottom up, like some of you might suggest. And then after I washed the car, I brought this towel, which I said I got, and it dries the whole car. One towel can dry the whole car, so I highly recommend it. This towel, I am definitely including down in the description of this video. Yeah, so one towel dried the whole car, and again, it works amazing. I use this towel on all of my cars when I wash them. Look how clean it looks. And then I showed you how to remove the tire chunks. So I use this Carnauba wax, which if you rub against the tire chunk, it removes it. So it has two purposes. It removes the tire chunks, but also protects the paint at the same time. So it's a no-brainer. Use that product and you'll be absolutely happy. And then on your exhaust tips, I showed you also how to clean the inside of your exhaust tips to make them look super shiny. Look, left is after, right is before. I mean, it's night and day difference. And then I also showed you how to clean the actual exterior of the exhaust tips using some WD-40. It's an easy trick, but it works well. And then at the end of the video, I stood back and I said that if you have the means to take your car to a track, I say do it, because you will have a lot of fun. You will learn how to become a better driver and you will learn the car's limits. So again, if you have the opportunity to do it, I say do it. Now, it's also worth pointing out that any of the damage that I talked about, it's not really damage. It's all cosmetic and it's all, for the most part, fully reversible. So don't be worried about that. Then I, again, highlighted how beautiful the car was. I did some cool interior shots to show you how nice the steering wheel is. I shut the door on you. And then I showed you, again, the exhaust tips. The sound was on, but what can you do? Showed you my Cayman S logo. I did that little squiggly thing that Justin Boyce does with his camera, but it didn't work out for me. And then I started the car. It sounds good. I put it in the garage, obviously you cannot hear it. Oh, and also highlighted my new tire rack, which is a must if you have a set of spare wheels and tires. And that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Sorry about the mishap. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.